This was to the corn. Double stack of banana nut corn. Beautiful. Let's release this one. What's up, YouTube? Top Tactic Fishing here. Welcome to another episode. We are here in Delaware on the Brandywine Creek, and we're doing a carp episode for you guys today. I have fished here once before, caught a couple commons here the last time I was here. I thought I'd come back and try to see if I can catch some more. But the purpose of today's video is that we're going to be using tiger nuts and comparing it with corn, so stay tuned. Alright guys, for our first rod, we're using bolt rig style. This is a double stack of American Carp Society Astraberry Cream Tiger Nuts. So the first rod's gonna have the tiger nuts on here. Yeah. All right guys, for the second rod, we're using a double stack of corn here, banana nut flavored. We're gonna cast this one out. Alright guys, we're just going to start with two rods for now, just comparing tiger nuts and corn. We'll see what the carp are in the mood for. Stay tuned. Not necessarily go that route, unless you want to see a new trick. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright guys, first fish. Didn't fight too crazy, but nice common to the mat. Probably going close to, it's in the teens. Here we are, back at this spot, catching some nice carp. This was to the corn, double stack of banana nut corn. Beautiful. Let's release this one. Get him past these rocks there. It's just chilling there. Here he goes. All right, guys, you can see we caught our first fish. That was on the double stack of corn. Still nothing on the tiger nuts yet. Just to reiterate, the tiger nuts is on the first rod starting from the left, and then the corn's on the rod to the right there. Both double stack of tiger nuts and double stack of corn. So a pretty nice comment to the mat that we got. So like I said, keeping it simple today. Just doing a little comparison to see what the mood, just to see what these carp are in the mood for. Really nice spot this is. So it's, you know, I should fish here more often actually. What's really good about, you know, just to kind of compare these tiger nuts and carp, is, you know, corn always going to be a go-to bait for carp. It's very effective. It's been working for many, many years. It just provides a nice presentation in the water. You can spray it with flavors, dip it in any flavor you want, so it works really well. Tiger nuts is the exact same way. They look similar. They're both small. You can dip it in flavors, spray it with flavors. I will say, so I prefer tiger nuts a little bit better or more than the corn, only because it stays on the hair rig better. And when you get a fish, those tiger nuts are hard and they won't fall off essentially. Where with the corn's a little bit more delicate, a little bit softer texture, and it can fall off. And I find that you're going to have more nuisance fish with the corn, like the sunnies, bluegills, catfish. You don't see a lot of sunfish pick at your tiger nuts. At least personally, and where I fish, I don't see it at all. I will get some catfish on the tiger nuts, but mostly I get more nuisance fish with the corn than I do with the tiger nuts. You can pair tiger nuts and corn with a lot of other baits like boilies, other tiger nuts, other corn, mix tiger nuts with corn, use fake corn, fake tiger nuts. So there's a whole gamut of combinations you can do with tiger nuts and corn. I always have a rod with tiger nuts, and I typically always have a rod with corn as well. So these are definitely on my go-to list. They're definitely in my arsenal of baits that I use to catch carp. One other thing with corn is that you can put it just straight onto a hook. With tiger nuts you can, but it's really hard because these tiger nuts are really as hard as like a peanut, or even harder. So they work really well more with a hair rig, as does the corn, but the corn you can also use just with a hook. So just a few tips that I've learned along the way, and just some differences and comparing of, you know, the tiger nuts and corn. Hopefully we get another carp. Hopefully we can get on the tiger nuts. Stay tuned. Out for 4 hours. Only managed one carp. The bite is pretty slow. I mean, the temperature was down to 50 degrees overnight. I think that kind of affected the bite a little bit. No other really taps or bumps or runs or takes or anything like that. Just that one common that we had. Still was a nice one. It was nice to catch one, and that was to the corn. Nothing on the tiger nuts today, but this was just a fun video, just to kind of compare. Just use 2 rods, keep it simple, nothing too fancy, and we'll probably do something like this again for sure. But I appreciate you watching this video, and we'll see you next time on Top Tactic Fishing. Take care, guys.